All right, so with the release of Heresy Act 3 nearing the end, next week being when we get Fate of the Nine, or Right of the Nine, sorry, the chess puzzle has been solved both ways. We now have the ARG chess puzzle completed. So if you have completed all 27 of your puzzles originally, you then unlocked a special chessboard. That special chessboard being from that water there. After about 4,000 of them were used and put together by the community, we all put them together and eventually slowly started getting answers to the bigger chessboard, which was a 64 by 64 grid of each person's puzzle being confirmed or declined by the ion network, each one giving its own output for each individual square. So there would be an A1 square you'd solve for where you would get checkmate for that one, and then that would be the answer for this one. We first, when doing it, only had the answer to the middle four, that one being a knight in this corner here. We had a pawn above it, and we had a bishop in the other one right there. And when you had put that in and then gave your answer up, when you offered your answer, it was accepted and people found that out and your lights would light up here. Afterwards, this was like a given set. What you then had to do was proceed to solve for every other one. So today I will be giving that answer out. So anybody who still needs it can go ahead and put that in. I will be doing it manually in front of you and also saying aloud, but in the editing, I will put a picture of it on screen in one of the corners so that you'll be able to see it. But I will be going from left to right, going from A to H. So the very first thing in the corner would be queen. We have a queen in A8, A6, and that is it. We have a pawn in A5. We have a rook in A4. Have I made my own mistake? I have made my own mistake, as you can tell. I haven't slept. I was up all night trying to get this done. So my apologies. Queen in A6 and A8. Pawn in A5. Rook in A4. And a bishop in A3. There we go. Now, in the next column, that one being B, we have a knight in B7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In B7, we have a rook in B6. No, 5. My apologies. I got that right anyway. And then we have a queen in 6. Now, next to that, we have a queen on C3. We have a rook in C2. A knight in C1, and a bishop in A6. 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Now we do the next column. We do D. We have a queen in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one right there. There we go. We then have to put a bishop in, sorry, the queen was in D6. I'm having a stroke, I think. We then have to put a bishop in D3 and D1. And that's that column done. Next, we have to put a bishop in E3 because we already have the one in E5. We need to put a queen in E7. We have to put a knight in E1. There we go. We then have to put a pawn in F1 and 2. I'll go ahead and put it in G1, and that's all the pawns we need. Next, we need to put a knight next to the bishop at E5, so I have to put it to the right of E5, A, B, C, D, E, F, 4, and 5. There you go. After you put a lot of these on the screen, it does get a lot harder to count them. So then we need to also put another one in F6, which is a rook in E in F6. There we go. And now we have G. We need a rook at G2. And then 1 at 8 and 6. And then finally, we have our last column where we have one more pawn. Actually, I thought I had already slapped that pawn in there, so my apologies. We have a pawn at 5, G5. We have a queen at G4. We have a bishop at G1. Not G, I'm sorry, H. As you can tell, I'm tired. I'm recording this at 7 in the morning. I was up all night trying to solve this with people. We have a chariot at 6, or a knight, or a horse, whatever you want to call it, at H6. And just to confirm that this is correct, I'm going to reread my own writing. Oh, I forgot to put the 1 at 2. My apologies. And there's 1 at H2. So, reading from left to right, you should have a queen at A8, blank at A7, a queen at A6, a pawn at A5, a rook at A4, and a bishop at A3. In B, you should have a pawn at B2. You should have a rook at B5. You should have a queen at B6. And you should have a chariot, or a horse, or a knight at B7, which we do. Next, we have C. C, you should have a knight at C1, a rook at C2, a queen at C3, and a bishop at C6. In the D column, you should have a bishop at D1, a blank at D2, a bishop at D3, a knight at D4, a pawn at D5, and a queen at D6, with 7 and 8 being blank. In the E column, you should have a knight at E1, a blank at E2, a bishop at E3, a blank at E4, a bishop at E5, a blank at E6, and then a queen at E7 with a blank at E8. With F, you should have a pawn at F1 and 2, a blank at F3 and 4, a knight at F5, and a rook at F6 with 7 and 8 being blank. G, you should have a pawn at G1, a rook at G2, blank at 3, 4, and 5, a rook at G6, a blank at G7, and then a rook at G8. Finally, with H, you should have a bishop at H1, a knight at H2, a blank at H3, a queen at H4, a pawn at H5, and a knight at H6, with 2 blanks afterwards. And then you would come up here and offer your answer. I don't know if it's going to work since I already have mine submitted. Answer is it will still accept it. You'll know it's accepted when the entire thing lights up on fire. Looks very nice. And once that is done, it says the piece are the words between the lines, and now you begin to see the page. With that, this chest becomes unlocked and a taken thing comes out of it. With that, you are able to approach this and get the things I have here. You'll be able to get the de-interlace ship. You will be able to get a ton of, materials. You'll get to the enigmatology emblem. And for your appearance, you will get the Umbral Rumble, which is the taken shader we have. It looks very nice and looks quite appealing. If you wish to mix it with good things, try Blue Shift Dreams. As you see, they kind of blend together since Blue Shift Dreams was the taken shader before the taken shader. Afterwards, you have acclaimed all your stuff. Go up top. Got a special cutscene to go watch. This is also posted up on my YouTube, so make sure you guys go watch that as well. If you say you don't have all the pieces and just want to see the cutscene, there you go. So I hope this video is very helpful for y'all, and I hope to see y'all in a video later down the line, because Edge of Fate is just around the corner. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everybody.